For the last 3 years, I've been sick with a disease not a lot of people know about. Not a lot of doctors even know about it. And the few who actually know about it don't really know how to treat it because it's pretty rare. It's called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and it's just POTS, for short. And POTS is rare. 1 in 600,000 people are diagnosed with it, but doctors actually think a lot more people have it and they just aren't diagnosed. And what it is a type of dysautonomia. And what dysautonomia is a dysfunction of your autonomic nervous system. And your autonomic nervous system controls all your organs in your body and everything involuntary. So some of the things it affects is your heart rate, your blood pressure, homeostasis, respiration, pupil dilation, your GI tract, and your body temperature. And with POTS, the really big thing is when you stand up, your heart rate will increase 30 beats per minute at least. And your blood pressure drops, and that's why your heart rate increases, because it's trying to compensate and bring your blood pressure back up. And your heart doesn't beat strong enough. It just beats really fast, and you pass out. You pass out because all the blood will pool in your feet and none reaches your brain. And so you just pass out from that. And there's not really a cause to POTS. Some people are just born with it. Others get it after a brain injury or a virus. I got mine from an infection. I got it from Lyme's disease in my brain. And there's treatments for POTS. You have to take a lot of salt because it helps bring your blood pressure up. Like, I take salt tablets now. I'm trying to take 5 grams a day. And you can get IV fluids. You have to drink a lot of water. Like, I drink 2 liters a day to help bring my blood pressure up again. And I'm on beta blockers, and that's one of the main things they put you on because it helps keep your heart rate pretty normal, and that really does help all your symptoms. And you get blood pressure medicines. Right now I'm on one that stores salt in my kidneys, and it works pretty good. And you also need to be on medicines that control all your symptoms. So I'm on 22 right now, and that's a lot. I'm trying to get off some. And I'm also like on an IV med. Like, I have it here. It's to treat the Lyme's disease because I don't really think I'm going to get better until the Lyme disease is gone. So I'm treating the POTS, but this is just one thing I really have to treat now. And there's no cure to POTS, but people do get better on treatments, especially after a couple years. A lot of people get better. And some people just grow out of it, and that's pretty good. And some symptoms I experienced with POTS were lightheadedness, which is really bad actually. Like, for a while, every time I stood up, everything would spin because of the lack of blood to my brain. And you also get fatigue. Like, it's really hard to function. Like, if you go out to the movies, you're pretty much wrecked for the whole day because you just get really tired from that. And fainting, and then there's numbness. Like, I get it in my hands and feet and my face. And the numbness is pretty constant in my feet. But, my face isn't numb all the time. And you get chest pain. And that's caused by, like, palpitations and, like, the tachycardia. And also, you get really bad GERD. Like, I had to get a surgery to control that because medicines couldn't. And you have vision impairment because your pupils don't dilate or constrict. They're non-reactant to light. And your pupils need to get bigger to read, so everything's really blurry when you read. And you have memory problems. Like, sometimes it's just you can't remember what you were trying to say or what you just read, or you can't find the right words. But then sometimes you forget where you are, and that's pretty hard. Like, you can't really be left alone when you have POTS because, like, I forget where I am in, like, the grocery store and stuff. And you get really bad headaches, but you can take medicine to control them. You get migraines with it, and your muscles are always weak. Like, you have problems just walking around and getting up the stairs, and you get really bad abdominal pain. And that was actually my first symptom, and the abdominal pain is really bad actually. And you also get neck pain, but you can like I get shots in my neck now and they work pretty good. And you're nauseous all the time with POTS. And it's just because like the blood doesn't really get to your stomach for digestion and everything. And you vomit a lot. Like mine's a lot better now, but I still vomit every week, at least a couple times a week. And you have sleep problems. Like you have problems falling asleep and staying asleep. Like I wake up like 20 times throughout the night. And it's really bad though because you're tired all the time. And like I can sleep for 12 hours and wake up feeling like I had no sleep. And you know, that's just kind of bad. And your body can't keep the correct temperature. So I run low. Like the other day I was like 2 degrees below normal. But it's not the worst thing in the world. And like my story was I was sick for a while, and in the beginning I would just vomit if I ate something. Maybe like 5 or 6 times a week I would vomit. And I just thought it was a stomach virus, and it lasted like a month. And it kind of went away, so I just assumed it was a stomach virus. And then I started getting horrible abdominal pain, and I couldn't move from it. I was in my bed 24/7. Only time I got out of my bed was to use the bathroom. I couldn't really eat because I was in so much pain. And I went to doctors. I saw gastros at children's hospitals, and all the test results were coming back normal, and they told me I was just faking being sick, but I wasn't. And so I saw a different doctor, and you know, he said I had abdominal migraines, and he put me on medicines, and he was actually able to control the pain really well. And that went on for a couple months. And then I started vomiting, and at first I was vomiting like 5-6 times a day, and I just got worse and worse to the point where I was vomiting like 30 times a day, and I couldn't keep any food down, no liquids, no medicine. I would have to get hospitalized and get like IV fluids and IV medicines to keep me all right. And then I got diagnosed with cyclic vomiting syndrome, and that wasn't accurate either, but that was a pretty close diagnosis at the time. And then I had a surgery for GERD because they found that was really high and medicines couldn't control it, and they thought that would be contributing to the vomiting and the chest pain. So I got that surgery, and it didn't really work. And they were able to control the vomiting to some extent though, so it wasn't bad every day after that. And then I started fainting. And the doctors told me I was fainting from dehydration, from being sick and not being able to keep a lot of stuff down. And so we thought that in the beginning, but the fainting was rare in the beginning. And it got to the point where I would be able to keep food down, and I would still faint. And I went to the doctor about it. I went to the hospital actually because I was fainting like 5-6 times a day for a week. And they found that when I was sleeping and just laying still, my heart rate was increasing to about 160 beats a minute. And they thought that was what was causing the fainting. And I saw an internal medicine specialist when I was in the hospital, and he told me I had dysautonomia, which I never heard of. And I went for a tilt table test later, and that confirmed I had dysautonomia. And we got that diagnosis after 3 years of being sick, because not a lot of doctors have ever heard of it, because it's pretty rare. And I've been getting a lot better since I've been sick. Like from the beginning, I'm a lot better now, especially since I got the diagnosis, because I'm on right treatments, and it's really helping. Like I'm still not in school. I've been pretty much home for 3 years, but I am getting a lot better, and I can see improvements every month. And I'll be better soon. But my whole purpose of this video was to just make people aware of this disease, because it's really not known about in the medical community or just by regular people. So that's it.